Yes, people, how's everyone doing? This football club. I almost forgot what that felt like. I almost forgot what an end-to-end 4-3 win felt like. And I hate it. I hate it. I love control. Give me control. Give me a nice 2-0 simple win. Don't need that. I do not need that. Genuinely. Give me people that cry out for entertainment. There you go. And let me guess, people are still going to be complaining that it was 4-3, we could have lost it. You wanted entertainment, that's the point. If you think every game's going to be, we should just win 6-0, don't support a football team. That's not the sport. Never has been, never will be. And when it is, that's terrible. Why would you want to win every game 6-0? What's the point? Do you know what I mean? That's just, go play a video game. Like, you know you're going to win. What's the point? This is football. This happens. You know? And this will be one that will stick in our brains. That's what happens in the season. Most games are forgetful. Most games are just games you just go and win. Some games are crazy. And those are the ones you remember. Those are the memories. You know, our reaction to come from behind was really impressive for me. Really impressive. Not only that, to constantly, twice getting bypassed. Swansea scoring again. Going back, going for the draw, getting a goal 2 minutes later. That takes a lot. And you know what? In these games, although you don't need them every week because it's just too much, in these games you do learn about your side. You learn about the team. You learn about each other. You learn about yourself. And that's an important side to the sport. And this is what, look, people call me, a tactico or a statistician. That is simply not true. I'm not going to sit here and overanalyze it. I need to rewatch it. There's too much information to make a judgment on what I've seen. It was all a bit crazy. I think both teams brought it. Both teams looked fairly dangerous. Both teams are very scrappy. Both teams lost the ball a lot. For us, Altanaka is the best player in the league, and I will not have that said otherwise. Yes, he did lose his man for the goal. Don't worry, I will criticise him. Did lose his man. It was a weird free kick. 3 or 4 of our players stopped and tried to play offside. And 2 or 3 of them went. I'm not sure what the communication was there, but whatever you're doing, you've got to do it right or don't do it. It didn't happen. It was not offside because 1 or 2 went. Al was one of the guys who stood there, lost his marker, should have fingered it. But he was unbelievable. The amount of interceptions he's done to stop their attacks was, I've never seen him. It looked like when Ampadu did that, that's what it looked like. It's like he's learning every single day how to do a different role, how to be more effective in each role. He was unbelievably good. You know, Manor Solomon popping up, 2 goals, 2 good runs. You know what was annoying me as well? Our runs into the box were bad. They were bad. They were really static. We went really early. But by the time the cross had come in, everyone was stood. And then it's easy for a defender to mark. Easy to clear. So easy. But Manor Solomon found the spaces. He timed it right twice and scored 2 goals from it. Clinical. That's what I need. That's what I need. And that's what we got. There was just so much. Honestly, it's a 4-3 game. Hate it. I never want to see it again. I want 10 more 1-0 wins, please. What do people want? I want to know what people want. If you're going to say we should win every game, that's never happened in football. Look at Birmingham, how much have they spent? They still lose football games. If you want to support a team that just wins every single week, where's the jeopardy? Where's the enjoyment? I don't get it. Even in the teams in the Premier League now, they're losing games this season. Jeopardy in football, it's the sport. That's why it's so good, because there's 2 teams and anyone can win. That's the point of the game. I mean, yeah, we are the better side. We have the better players. We should win the game. But there's not a divine right in a football match to win anything. If anyone's thinking that and decides to be a manager or work in the game, when you go on that pitch with a divine right that you should win every single game, you'll get battered. You go into that game respecting the situation, respecting the sport, and understanding that any game could turn out to be one for the ages. Like today. Not one for the ages, but it was a tough game. And a game we've not really seen this season in terms of how end-to-end with it, how quick we attacked, how directly we attacked, how easy we cut them open, how easy they cut us open. Very strange performance. Set pieces, we were terrible. It's becoming a bit of a thing now, isn't it? Millwall, these. We need to be careful. We need to figure that out. We need Ampadu back for them because he's just brilliant in those situations. But yeah, you know, and Dan James, don't worry. I'm not going to forget Dan James. Look, people criticise this guy way too much, in my opinion. He is what he is. He's not this beautifully technical winger. No, I don't want him to be, and he never will be. That's not a criticism at all. That's not what he is. But what he is brilliant. I think he's fantastic. He genuinely might be my favourite player. I just love him. You know me, I love wingers. I was a winger. I absolutely, there's nothing better when he's to play a bit deeper than playing with a winger who you just know, you get that ball, you instinctively know, I'm going to put it in behind that fullback and he's going to get there. Every single time he did. If the ball was right, he did. Assists, goals. You know, he's done it all this season, is Dan James. People talking about dropping this guy, that guy, this guy needs to come in, this guy needs to come in. Dan James needs to stay in. He's brilliant. He needs more credit. I feel like he doesn't ever get enough. It was unbelievable today. Honestly, almost perfect winger performance from what you want from a winger. He still did one or two crazy things when he cut in from 30 yards with his left foot again. It's what he is. That's him. You don't want to change that. But for those moments of madness, you get unbelievable moments of brilliance. You know, Nonto came on and changed the game, proving his point. Our wingers are getting assists, they're getting goals, they're contributing. This is what I needed. There's still a problem for the 9 for me. Still a problem for the 9. Like we said, we didn't feed Joel Perot. Let's use the same logic for Mateo and Joel. People say you don't feed Mateo enough, that's a problem. We don't feed Joel Perot enough either. That's the facts, we don't. They also need to do more themselves, and the more they do on the ball, move quicker, react quicker to movements around them. I still think we need a 9 in January. Same for the 10. There's games where Aronson's great, there's games where he's not so effective. Today was one of them. It was a tough game, it was very compact in there. Really hard to find spaces by the way Swansea set up. Good team, by the way. They had some better players, they'd be a very good team in this league. Trust me. But yeah, and then the back four was a strange game. You can see 3 goals. I thought there were moments where they were brilliant, and then there was moments, especially during set pieces, kind of individual moments where switched off, made the wrong decision. The goal is, where does it start with the goal? So Pascal tries to touch it, the touch goes wrong, he loses the ball to the guy. Byram's on the wrong side of the winger. That's 2 problems straight away. Bogle kind of stands there and turns his back sideways to block the shot. Bad. And Mesler's position, don't know where he is. I know it took a deflection, but even before the deflection, the ball is central. He should be more central. He's too far to the left. That's the issue. If he's literally 1 step more central, he saves it. So many problems with the goals. And they are things we need to work on. And these are things maybe you don't see in games where you are so dominant. Like I said, you can learn a lot of lessons because performances like this expose areas of your game that you think you're good at, but actually you're not. There's definitely a problem there. Something we need to look at. Definitely. But yeah, delighted, tired, losing my voice a bit, stressed. This is what people wanted, right? They wanted end-to-end entertaining football. The championship's changed. It's changed in the last 4 or 5 years. I remember when we used to play under Bielsa, and there weren't many teams that played quick, transitional, end-to-end football. It didn't really happen. It wasn't really an identity then. You know, it was still, Championship was a very different league. But since then, you look at the teams that have gone up, you look at the managers in the league, it's very different. It's heavily possession-based, and it's also turned into a transitional game. You look at McKenna, you look at Carrick, for example, just 2. Danny Rowe to an extent. Even today, Swansea were very transitional, finding spaces, high up, almost missing midfield out at times, just pushing players, kind of similar to what Brighton do. You know, this is the different Championship now. So it's a different league in that sense. If you want to pull out attack teams now, there is much more exploits in behind because teams are setting up differently to play possession-based sides. They're setting up differently. It's not what it used to be. It's different. And this is about understanding what that is and adapting your team to go with it. I could talk for hours about stuff like that, but I'm not going to. This is just a quick reaction. Crazy game, crazy league. We're top of it. We are top of it. Like I said, I don't take any points for granted in this league, ever. In any football league. Points are so hard. You put so much into every game to get 3 points. And we've accumulated enough so far to be at top of it. I'll take that. It's got to be confident. There's got to be confidence for these boys. It's got to be. Got to be. How long have these guys been waiting to be outright top of the league? Not with any games in hand, which we had before, previously. Outright. Game day, whatever it is. Everyone's done their games. We are top on goal difference, but we are top of the league. We've been better than everyone else. We are at the top. How long have these guys been waiting for that moment? Middle of last season, when we got there, but then we lost the game in hand. We're there now. Use this now. Stay there. Prove the point. Pull away. Grind through games. Do that if you have to. I hate that way of playing. It's horrible. There's no control. But it helps and it does exploit certain things that might come into play later on in the season. But yeah. Anyway, that's it, people. Let me know what you guys think about that horribly entertaining football game. It wasn't even entertaining. It was horrible. I hate it. I hate it. I love it. I love it more now. I've been part of games like that. I love it at the end, but during, horrible. Whereas if we're winning 2-0, I'm comfortable. During, relaxed. At the end of it, relaxed. Now, erratic, frustrated, annoyed at nothing but the sport and the way it is and what it does to you. But yeah, this is the sport, people. I'll see you guys in a bit. Please give one of them because we're top at league and all that. Why not? And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit.